Alright, hey guys, and welcome back, as this week I'm going to be taking a look at a far-out line of action figures made by Remco The Warrior Beasts. Released in 1983 by infamous knockoff toy manufacturer Remco, it was no surprise to see these figures hit toy store shelves due in no small part to the phenomenal success of the 1982 launch of Mattel's Masters of the Universe. Remco had partnered with DC Comics in late 1981 to get the licensing rights to comic book characters like the Warlord and Arak to produce The Lost World of the Warlord, as DC was having a hard time generating appeal for these comic book series and thought cross-promoting the comic books into action figures would be a good idea. Unfortunately, the initial launch of the line did poorly, and thinking quickly, Remco came up with a new add-on line in the Warrior Beasts. A completely unique but compatible line of all evil warrior beasts to fight against the Warlord and his companions. The unique look and design of the figures seemed to be inspired by the Masters of the Universe line. Standing at 5.5 inches tall, they looked different enough to stand apart from other action figures, but similar enough that they could blend into the Masters of the Universe with little difficulty. There were 10 figures produced for the line that were all sold individually and came with their own accessory. The figures were Kraven, a half-lizard, half-bird creature; Hydras, a mythological Hydra beast; Gecko, a purple-colored gecko. 2 versions were released, one was just a blue repaint; Zardus, a dinosaur warrior; Guana, a triceratops-looking creature; Snake Man, a snake warrior; Stegos, a stegosaurus creature; Ramar, a dragon creature; Skullface, or otherwise known as Skull Man, an evil skeleton warrior. 2 versions were released, one with a hood and one without. The design was most likely changed because of how closely it resembled Mattel's Skeletor. Wolf Warrior, a ferocious wolf beast. There were also 2 Beast Teams 2-packs released, which were one of 2 different colored fire dragons that came packaged with a different figure. There was also an advertised but never produced playset, the Fortress of Doom, a gigantic foreboding castle where your warlords and warrior beast figures could do battle. Unfortunately, both the Lost World of the Warlord and the Warrior Beasts had all but faded out by the end of 1983, with struggling sales and not much advertising or promoting of the line. Yet this was not a failure for Remco, because the toy company already had a long history of quick cash-ins and abandoning toy lines, so it was no surprise to see both of these creative toy lines disappear back to the Lost World from where they came.
Alright, hey guys, so now let's take a look at some of the Remco Warrior Beasts action figures that I have in my collection. Now, I don't have a very big collection of these, and I'd like to have a larger collection of these awesome action figures. I only have 2 here. I just have Guana, and then I have Snake Man. But I still think these are really cool, and as a big fan of anything Masters of the Universe, eventually, if you like 5.5 inch figures, you're going to get into the world of knockoffs, and Remco is known for actually having some really good high-quality knockoffs, and these things are so bizarre and so weird and so fun and cool to collect because they're just so different from the norm that you see, and that's what really makes them awesome. So first, let's have a quick look here at Guana. He's definitely my favorite out of the group, and he kind of gets his name, I guess, because he's like an iguana. That's the only thing I can think of. Even though he's technically a triceratops, but hey, whatever. It's all just a fantasy realm, so he doesn't have to have the name Triceratops. Guana works, and he's a very cool and interesting looking figure. I think a lot of people really like this from what I see. His face is so unique, with the green eyes, and then he has, of course, the Triceratops horns on top and in the front. And the funny thing is, he really has like a person's look to him, even though he's like a lizard. It looks very, very humanoid in the face, and he has the brown body, the lighter brown loincloth there, the kind of yellow bracers and rest of his skin tone with some other darker brown near the bottom. And he's very, very simple. I mean, there's not a lot going on here, but he's just such a fun action figure that you can put in pretty much any world that you want to. And I think that's what makes these things look so cool, because there really was nothing like them that came out at the time. You had a lot of stuff like Galaxy Warriors and stuff like that, and they were creative, but they definitely weren't warrior beasts. So he's really, really cool, and I gotta say, he's definitely my favorite. So now let's take a look at Snake Man here. Now this guy, he has definitely seen some tough times. He has a lot of damage. But again, like I said, these things are very hard to find, so when I got him a couple of years ago, you know, he is missing a lot of things. He's missing a finger right there. One of his toes is broken off on the back. And then unfortunately, I guess his tail must have snapped off or popped off over the years. But still, when I saw him, you know, you just don't see these very much. And I still think he looks good, even though he's got a lot of, you know, a lot of damage, a lot of battle damage, let's say. I like that purple look to him, and I love the face. The face has really, you know, that's really stayed nice over the years with the little yellow eyes, and he just looks like he's up to something, you know. And the purple scaly skin. I love the colors. There's so much color going on here with the yellow gauntlets and the blue accents, the blue belt, the yellow loincloth, the blue leathery talon-type feet with a little yellow up top. I really wish he had the tail because that looks so cool the way it curves off to the back. But I still think he's a really interesting and neat-looking figure, and he doesn't even look that bad for being a little bit busted up. He's just been through some of the Warrior Beasts wars. Alright guys, well that is going to do it for my review of Remco's Warrior Beasts. I hope you enjoyed taking a quick look at this awesome, far-out 5.5-inch action figure line with me today. They're really crazy and wild, but if you're a big fan of Masters of the Universe and other figures like this, I totally recommend picking them up because they'll be a great addition to your collection. Well anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you back here next time.
Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and you can follow me at Facebook at King of Retro or Twitter at #8ByteBrian. See you next time!